Good morning, everybody. I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to end up 2024. It's been a crazy year, I think, for most people. Hell, I think since 2020, but pretty much everybody feels like they've lived about 10 different lives. And for me, these past 3 months has been probably 5 of those lives. And for those of you that don't know, that's when the hurricane hit in Western North Carolina. And basically, it's changed my life. And I've decided that I feel like I need to try to figure out how to get some solutions to some stuff, because everywhere we look, there's a problem, and I'm tired of pretending that there's not a fix. So my intent to fix this stuff is we're going to provide a platform, and that platform is going to be called Tired of Pretending, because again, I'm tired of pretending we can't make a change. And from what I've seen up the hill, man, it's everybody works together. Communities come together, and it hasn't been without hiccups. It hasn't been without issues here and there. But I'm an absolute firm believer that if the citizens have a voice and the citizens have a platform, we can all come together and make these changes happen. And it's not going to just stop in Western North Carolina. I believe we can make changes happen in small communities. We can make it happen all across the country and ultimately globally, I hope, because at the end of the day, the world's ours, and it's time for us to come together peacefully and make this stuff happen. So my plan over the next few weeks, I know a lot of people have seen that I'm making some changes in my business. I am going to be hopefully selling out, or at least at very minimum finding somebody to take over for me, so I can... Sorry, this is a lot for me, but I've met so many great people over the past few months, and it's time for their stories to be told. I've met pilots, I've met EMTs, I've met firemen, I've met guys running these distribution centers, I've met guys running supplies, I've talked to guys at churches, and everybody has a common goal, and that common goal is to help fellow man. And I think that can be scaled, and I know we're going to do it. But what I need to do is help connect people. So the plan is I'm going to get a camper, and I've got podcast equipment on the way. It's going to be set up, and I'm going to go around and get people's stories. And I've already reached out to several people. They're more than happy to come tell their story. And basically, I'm going to introduce the person. We're going to have a conversation, figure out who they are, where they came from. Then I'm going to figure out what their involvement was in Western North Carolina, because I feel like everybody needs to be able to be heard. And most importantly, we're going to figure out what the current day-to-day needs are, and figure out how to provide a solution. Because at the end of the day, we just have to get help. And everybody needs I think James said it best when he said, some people don't need a hand out, they just need a hand up. And there's so many issues that we need to dissect and figure out how we're going to solve them. I mean, so many of these people that were up there that are homeless now, that are getting campers donated and things like that, they were renters, and their landlord may not be able to provide them housing, or, be able to afford housing again. So that's just one example. Like, how are we going to be able to come up with solutions for that? And I'm not the guy with the answers. I'm the guy with a whole lot of questions. So basically, I want to get people come have a conversation with me. Let's connect the dots. Let's get this figured out, and let's change the world. And I love you guys. I can't wait to see what 2025 has in store. And see you soon.